Hello, I am here today with my 9-month Mounjaro review. Yes, I've been on Mounjaro for 9 months, and just look at me. Look at me. Look at me before Mounjaro and look at me now. Let's do that again. Look at me before Mounjaro and just look at me now. Those pictures tell the story of success and results. I just want to share with you a little bit about my journey. I'm going to share with you where I started and where I'm at now. And hopefully, you'll follow along on the journey with me. So, I started Manjaro in February. And when I started Manjaro, let me just tell you, my mindset was a little defeated, but I was determined that I will not be a type 2 diabetic. And so that's how I ended up on Mounjaro to begin with. I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic, and I was devastated. And if you look at this picture, I was 300 plus pounds, and that wasn't enough to scare me straight. But becoming a type 2 diabetic was. That was my turning point. And I just thought, I cannot let this derail me from being here for my daughter. That is what I was thinking. I hear a lot about people passing away or having things happen to them being obese and overweight and just extremely overweight. But I know a lot more about what being a type 2 diabetic and the effects of that can do to you. That just really, really scared me. So in February, when I had my doctor's appointment, she had already put me on Ribelsis, which is the pill form of Ozempic, and that did not work for me. That is something that I just did not wanna do. I tried it and it made me feel miserable. So I thought, "I could do this on my own." I left that doctor's appointment in August of 2023 and thought, "I can do this. I got this." But little did I know that really it's not a matter of whether I have willpower, determination, or not, because I do. I'm successful at every other part of my life where I've given effort. And actually, I've given effort to losing weight before and have done it, but hadn't been able to maintain it. I had not been able to maintain it. And now I understand that my brain and my hormones and my messed up metabolism were all working against me. And that may be something that someone who doesn't have those issues don't have working against them. And so natural weight loss may be natural for them, but it wasn't for me. Once really started to process that, I thought, I'm going to take this Manjaro and I'm going to do the best I can when I'm taking it. So when I started on Manjaro, I was at 306.4 pounds. And I was mortified by that weight. Again, I'm going to show you the picture. I looked miserable. I felt miserable. I was a little bit miserable. Now, I'm always a jolly, happy-go-lucky person. I'm not ever really down and out. Like, nothing really has gotten me down and out to the point where I just couldn't function and maneuver in life. And so I thank God for that, because that's only through the strength of God that I can even say that. But I have low depressing points. I just don't let things hold me down. And so this wasn't about to hold me down. But if you just look at these pictures, I was not my happiest. And so when I took that first injection of Manjaro in February, I feel like that was a new lease on life for me. Although at the time, I did not know that. I didn't know that I would be here where I'm at 9 months later. I really thought by the summertime, if I'm not seeing results, I might have to ditch this, is what I was thinking. And the fact that I was seeing results and they were slowly coming along, but surely, it motivated me to keep going. So before I get off on a tangent here, let me tell you my stats. Again, I was 306.4 when I started. My goal then was to lose 50 pounds. I have lost 51.4 pounds. And I just never saw myself getting down 50 pounds actually, because I wasn't gun ho to do it so fast. In the past, I have been on weight loss programs, and the most I would lose on Weight Watchers, that was probably the consistent one I was on. I would lose 20 pounds here, 25 pounds there. I didn't maintain it. I did join a boot camp, which I always talk about this boot camp because that's where I lost the most significant amount of weight. And I want to say I was in the 280s when I went there, and I ended up losing 50 plus pounds. So I was like 230-ish. 232 is the weight I remember being last. When I was like, I'm looking pretty good. I know I need to slim down some more, but I'm looking good. That's what I was thinking. So my next goal is to get down to that 230 pounds. And right now, I am at 255. So I'm close. I am close. So once I hit that milestone, that's another milestone for me in my mind. I am just going to be ecstatic. Another thing that has plagued me as far as weight loss goes with health issues is high blood pressure. My blood pressure readings were probably always like 138 over 80, and then it got up to 140 something over 80, or one time it was like 140 something over 90 that I can remember. And then another point, my blood pressure had gotten up to 156 over 80 or 90. And I just thought, geez, Louise, not only am I gaining this weight, but my blood pressure is going up. And I don't want to have a stroke. I just don't want to have all these issues related to obesity. People often told me when you turn 50, if you don't get it together, that's when you're going to see that you can't run from it. You can't escape it. You can't hide from the things that plague you when you're overweight. And they were right. I must admit, they were right. So, at the ripe old age of 52, I decided I was going to turn that around. When I actually started the medication, I was 51. And so, yeah, people were right about that. So, my blood pressure is now normal, 120 over 80. And that was, I'm telling you, I cried tears of joy. When I got home and read those papers and just sat down with myself, I thought, this is a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful thing. It took from February 2024 till November of 2024 for my blood pressure to become normal. And that was just, like I said, a beautiful feeling for me. That brought me tears of joy, tears of joy. Some of the other visual changes that I've noticed is my clothes obviously fitting better. One of the things I was thinking about, I do interviews on my channel, so you check out some of my interviews with some fabulous ladies that have dropped lots of pounds. And I noticed that I'm not wearing all black on those interviews, which was huge and is huge for me. And right now, I have on a blouse that has black, but it also has white. I would have never worn that before. So that right there is a non-scale victory that I am super proud of. Some of the other changes I've noticed is that I feel so much better. When I say I feel better, I feel great. I can walk up and down the stairs and not have to breathe hard and stop at the top, or I can walk up the stairs and not have to rub my knees because my knees have been hurting. And just think about it. I've lost a 50 sack of potatoes, a 50-pound sack of potatoes. Just imagine carrying around 50 pounds on your back in a backpack all day long. That is what I was doing. I often hear people say that bigger people always look mad and always look irritated, and when they should be smiling, we should be smiling because it makes us look worse when we're so upset and looking so angry. And I thought, no wonder we're looking this way. Geez, oh man, you're carrying around so much weight. And just think of how much baggage comes packed with that weight. All the stress, all the depression, all the tears, all the emotional eating. That's all wrapped up in those 50 pounds that we're carrying around, 100 pounds, 60 pounds that we've lost. And so, no wonder people are smiling and happy now. There's a reason to feel good. You feel better. When you walk around with that much weight, I don't care how much body positivity you have, there are times you don't feel well. You cannot tell me it's not. And you can still be body positive and feel awful. I would imagine that people that are walking around, even including myself, because I still have some weight to lose. I still have a good 60 pounds to lose. But I can imagine 60 pounds less. I'm smiling now, but my smile may be bigger than this camera 60 pounds from now. And not because I think I look so great, because I'm going to feel even better, feeling even better. And so give us a break. Give us a break. If you see a girl and she's looking stressed out, just know I'm carrying extra pounds around. Maybe that's why I'm stressed out. Who knows? But I just seen such an improvement in my health. Some things off the top of my head that I'm telling you, I am so excited that I can do is cross my legs. That's right. That seems like such an easy thing to do, but it's not. And I'm looking forward to this summer going to an amusement park with my daughter and not having to worry about the seatbelt fitting. I'm looking forward to getting on that next plane ride and not worrying about if I may need a seatbelt extender. I've never had to have one, but I was so worried that I would. It stressed me out that I even thought that, okay, one of these days they're going to say, ma'am, you need a seatbelt extender because getting that seatbelt over was a challenge. And so I talk about this in one of my former videos. I'm going to link it here so you can go back and listen to the story I tell about going on my dream trip to Paris and London and how the stress of being overweight damper that trip for me. Yeah, being overweight and carrying a lot of weight is can be stressful. It just can be stressful. I'm gonna say that. But I am so happy. I'm down 51 pounds. My A1C went from 7.6% to 6.1%. My blood pressure went from as high as the 150s down to normal, 120 over 80. And so my next goal for myself is to just move more. I want to get down to 230 pounds. That's my next goal. I don't have a time or day set that I want to get to that, but I will get to it. And then another goal of mine is to get that A1C in the 5s. So now I'm considered still pre-diabetic and I want to be out of the pre-diabetic range. So even if I'm at 5.9%, I'll take that. That's the start. That's my goal for February of 2025 when I visit my doctor again. So I can't say enough positive things about Manjaro. These 9 months have been awesome. I have had some side effects. My side effects have usually just been fatigue, just being tired, constipation for sure. I've had constipation. And what I do to help with the constipation is I take Colace, which is a stool softener. And I don't take the one that's a stimulant. However, it does get me going. I also take Mago 7. And those are my two main go-tos. So if there's anything else out there you think I should try, let a girl know. Let a girl know. I've heard all the different constipation fixes that people have, and those are just the two that work for me. I would say eating a lot of fiber in my diet, trying to get that 25 grams. I do have some fiber gummies by Benefiber, and I was taking like two in the morning and two at night, and I didn't really notice it doing anything significant for me, so I stopped doing that. I do take a multivitamin. Right now, I take a Grun's multivitamin. I'll put it down in the description if you're interested. It's like a gummy. I want to say it's probably 6 little gummies. I'm perimenopausal. I'm 52, so I don't know how much of my side effects are directly a result of Manjaro as far as the fatigue, but I would imagine it's closely related because when I take my injection shortly thereafter, I'm tired. I might feel a little achy. I used to take my injection on Saturdays. I started taking my injection on Saturdays when I first started, all the way up until a month or so ago, because I really wanted to be ready for work. I didn't want being tired or having any side effects to affect my work week. And after a while, it just didn't. After a while, I just listening to different people and thinking about the medicine's effects, weaning off by the end of the week. I thought, I need something to tackle these weekends. The weekends are usually when my daughter and I will eat out if we eat anything out. So I move my injection to Wednesday night and I take it right before bed. And when I take it right before bed, I don't really experience anything because I'm asleep. So it does not give me insomnia. It does not keep me up at night. And so that's been a plus. That's been a plus for me. I do like it because over the weekend when I would normally probably, eat some things that aren't on my healthy lifestyle menu to eat, that's the day where I let myself be a little bit more relaxed is on a Saturday. And yeah, I haven't really wanted anything. I think that Manjaro is Manjaroing and doing its thing. And I do taking my injection on a Wednesday. So I think I'm going to keep that going. That's one of the things I learned about this journey is you can hear what I'm doing, what everybody else is doing, but you really have to experiment around and do what you need to do for yourself. My advice to you would be if there's an injection site that's working, stick with it. If there is a dose that's working, stick with it. If there is a way you're eating that's working, stick with it. If you're someone that doesn't count calories, I keep track of my calorie count. And if you're somebody who does not count calories and doesn't see the value in doing that and gets stressed out about it, if you are losing and you're losing at a pace that your doctor is finding to be reasonable and healthy for you, then stick with that. So I think sometimes we have a tendency to see what other people are doing and we go, hey, I want to try that when there was nothing wrong with what you were doing in the first place. And so I say, whatever has been working for you, do it. If there are things that are not working for you, then switch up. You should switch up. I guarantee you, if you switch something up, you will have success. This 9 months has been great. I would do it all over again if I had a chance to, and I'm looking forward for what is yet to come. I am on 10 milligrams of Mounjaro. I am eating protein first, even when it's on my plate. If I had a plate full of protein, carbs, veggies, desserts, I'm gonna eat that protein first. I do love a good protein shake. Right now, my shake of choice is Fairlife, 30 milligrams. I absolutely love it. And I also love a good protein bar. I'm just going to put a picture up of the one currently enjoying. And what else? And I am getting movement in. And right now I am doing a lot of strength training, just basic things, lifting my legs, doing push-ups, doing toe touches, doing squat. And I am adding weights to that. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really into kickboxing. Like I really want to get back into Taibo and kickboxing. I know Taibo is probably a thing of the past. I don't know how old you are listening to this. I don't even know if you know what Taibo is, but I'm going to put out my old Taibo tapes because I love a good kickboxing workout. I'm going to be doing that too. I do have a Peloton treadmill. I can get on there and walk. That's one of my next goals is to get that movement in and just to enjoy it because I haven't really found an exercise routine that I just love. This is my history of weight loss. I'm either working out full steam ahead and not eating the best, or I'm eating the best and not working out full steam ahead. And since I've been on Manjaro, I've been through both of those phases. And now I'm at the phase where I am doing a little bit of working out, but I know I could take it up a notch. My knees are feeling secure. My knees are feeling like, go out there, you can do this. Because my knees have not been feeling like they wanted to let me do anything. I've always said to myself, I never want to injure my back or my knee. And I know people who've had back surgery. Oh my goodness, it's coming back from that. It's a challenge. And I know people who have had knee replacements, and boy, that is a challenge too. And so I just wanted to take it easy on myself, but I don't want to be flabby. So I am 50 pounds down, 51.4 to be exact. I am so excited about what's ahead on my Manjaro journey. I'm looking forward to February when a year is coming up, and I am looking forward to smaller food portions, reduced appetite, and mindful eating, which is what this medication gives you. If you are on a GLP-1, continue to follow me on my journey. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and let's encourage each other. If you are debating about whether you should or shouldn't be on a GLP-1, let this 52-year-old lady let you know you should give it a try. Always consult with your doctor, but I am telling you, especially if you are a type 2 diabetic, this medication is life changing. It will change your life in the best possible way. If you need support, come and join me. I will definitely help you along the way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember, slow and steady wins the race. Just don't quit.